So.
So worth
It was
it.
worth it.
Yeah.
So read the question, because he's doing a lot of things, but I'm asking about the Nile part. When he says his name, he does it like that. So that's what we're analyzing. Do we see shoulder lateral rotation? Yeah, show me. Show me why you see that.
That forearm's going back.
And his muscle pulls out.
So when he does Nile, there's external rotation of the shoulder, lateral rotation. Do you see thumb opposition?
Yes.
Yes. If the thumb is coming in, that's opposition. Right there, okay? Do we see MCP extension?
Yes.
I don't see it.
I see flexion.
Oh, yeah, flexion.
He's not going, he's going, closing them in, flexion. Do we see wrist ulnar deviation?
No. Just radially a little bit, but.
If anything, I don't see any deviation, really, we're gonna leave that one alone. I just see those first two.
Definitely not.
Is that just a bicep curve?
From B to A. Be careful about calling that a bicep curl though, because that's gonna make you wanna talk yourself into one particular answer. And that might not be the, because there's more than one elbow flexor.
So that's.
So if I'm reading this question and I'm looking at my choices, there are two that I'm gonna eliminate right away,
Tricep.
even before I even think about the muscles.
Concentric.
Concentric.
B to A, gravity did that. Those weights did that. So it cannot be concentric. I just got rid of two because B to A had to have been eccentric because gravity did that. That leaves me with A and B, meaning this is the triceps or the biceps. And I know it's tempting to say, oh, I know what that is. That's a bicep curl, so I'm working the biceps, so let me just pick that. That's a dangerous game to play because most of my pictures aren't stuff that you're super familiar with just calling it by the muscle name. So make yourself go through the steps. And for the steps, you have two choices on a picture like this. You can either do what I mentioned earlier, which is to say to yourself, you name the muscle by the concentric movement. That's fine, that's a good strategy. What's the concentric part of this? Not B to A.
A to B.
A to B. So what was that? Elbow flexion. So what am I using? Elbow flexors. Biceps is an elbow flexor. And I'm using it both ways. But another strategy, and I try to point this out in some of y'all's lab stations, is if I know something's eccentric, I know gravity did that for me, then that means the movement that's happening and the muscles I'm using are opposite. So if from B to A, the elbow is extending, but it's eccentric, then I'm using my flexors. I used my flexors to flex, and I'm still using my flexors to extend, concentrically, eccentrically. So that's why the B biceps is the answer to this one. Let's just do another round.